Recording, capturing. Let's take a drink. One, two, three. Hello everybody, it's Reroll for the finale to We Love Katamari Reroll. Final episode. Last time, we got all the cousins in the game, rolled them all up, and also finally completed the credits. Now, a million red roses. Million red roses around a million dreams. No, I don't remember. Every night I lie in bed. No, Katamari Damacy is not over yet. What? Roses? What about roses? A million. Oh, we understand. A trip to collect a million roses, yes. Yes, yes, bon voyage. Off we go to the world of roses. We have unlimited time for this. So I don't think I've done this one before either. Alrighty, shall we roll? Go for a million roses. Good luck. Okay, so we're in the ice area. I'm assuming that the roses don't, Okay, so that counts as 10. I was like, a million would be a lot. I'm assuming that they're not going to despawn. But, so we might be able to just, like, come back to some of these areas and not have to go in increasingly concentric circles. I'm also assuming that there are exactly a million on this stage, but I don't know. I like that we can also stop. Yeah, let's speed up a little bit. Especially on the ice over here. I also like that they're kind of just roses coming off of everyone here. I wonder if they just respawn, because it kind of seems like this is the only area here for this. Like that it's not the rest of the stage, but I could be very mistaken. Come on, I just want the roses that are on there. Right, let's go back up over here then. And oh. Sorry, sir. Let's go in a different direction. Whoa. Yeah, I feel like they are respawning. That's interesting. So maybe we should just try to aim for the bunches. I'm hoping after a little while the rose bunches get bigger, because a million divided by 10 is still 100,000, right? I don't want to have to pick up 100,000 things. Anyway, I guess this is where we just kind of collect our thoughts on the series. You know, I mean, we did that already, but a few times now. I'm gonna miss this. I really hope that they remake Katamari Forever and Beautiful Katamari, and maybe Beautiful Katamari will be like the complete edition, you know, where we don't have to pay extra for DLC. I think that would be fantastic. But because those games did have like unique aspects to both of them. I also love a remake of some sort in the future of me and my Katamari with better controls and stuff. Because that suffered from being a PSP game, even though it was pretty good. And I'm seeing like a lot of people saying that that was like their first Katamari game or their favorite. I guess because the PSP was, you know, more accessible to them. But you know, it's definitely, I would say, one of the weaker games just in terms of how it plays. You know, this is a twin stick. I guess it is a twin stick. This is a 2-stick game. I want this. I want this. No. Why can't we get that? This is a 2-stick game, and you know, the PSP has one and a D-pad, so it's just, it makes it difficult. But yeah, I'm just hoping that there is enough of a success for them to want to do this, and that it's. I'm assuming that the remakes are out of Keita Takahashi's hands, because he stopped working with the series after this game originally. So the other games weren't even like made by him, which you can definitely feel that, but they're still Katamari at their core. So like, you know, it's still something. But I hope that, like, you know, they do it, because I want to be able to let's play more Katamari games. I don't think we'll ever get a new Katamari game, but I'm glad that at the very least they're trying to bring back some of the old ones. I was kind of hoping that maybe, like, you know, on the PS4 we would get something, but the last Katamari game we got was like the Vita one, which was weird and not particularly recordable. So I don't know. I played a little bit of it. I did buy it because of course I bought it, but like, just not. It didn't grab me. It focused too heavily on the touchscreen, which Katamari shouldn't be about. Like, it was an interesting idea of like changing your Katamari shape to do things, but it ended up being more annoying than anything. I really hope they start giving us bigger bundles soon. I'm gonna run out of things to talk about. Now, if this was like a live stream, then I would, you know, chat with you all and be like, hey, so, you know, not about Katamari, but like, what's a game genre that like, or a game series, I should say, that, you know, you discovered that you thought like maybe this looked interesting, or this looked weird, or this looked whatever, and then you gave it a try and you're like, this is amazing. It's like Katamari, like, I guess it's a puzzle game. I really like don't know what you would categorize it as. I feel like it's unique in that aspect, and it's something that you would have to give it a try to, you know, to give it a chance, because I don't think it can speak for itself until you play it. Like, it doesn't look great. It looks weird. Anyone who would describe it to you will be like, yeah, the king got drunk one night and destroyed the cosmos, and you roll up stuff and make new planets, and that kind of sounds stupid, or at least not fun. But like, then you play the game and the music is like the best music ever, and the whole vibe of the game is just weird and wacky and dynamic, you know? So like, I don't know, if I were to think of a game that like I had to give a chance to and then I ended up loving it, I'm not really sure. The Trail series, I guess. All my friends told me that I had to play it, and then eventually I played it. I'm like, okay, lives up to the hype. Danganronpa probably, because when I originally saw that game, I don't know even where I saw it, because like I was a Nintendo guy, so I played it like way after 1 and 2 both released. But I think I saw one of my friends just talking about it. It was probably Raquel, and I like had it in the back of my head that this is like a weird murder mystery game thing. And so I was like, yeah, why not? I have a Vita now. It seems like one of the things I should get. And then I became obsessed. Became one of those things, you know, Danganronpa fans, where it becomes like a personality trait of the game series becomes a personality trait of them, for better or for worse. I'm like, oh, okay. I feel that's possibly the same way with Persona, because like JRPG fans are like, okay, yeah, Persona. But like outside people, I don't know if they would like, you try to describe it to them, or at least the more recent Persona games after 1 and 2. And you're like, it's a dating sim. And I guess also, you know, you explore psychological concepts and, you know, go into shadow worlds and defeat demons. Or in the Shin Megami Tensei games, you know, recruit them to your side. And I guess in Persona you kind of do that too, but like, it's weird. I mean, the whole Shin Megami Tensei series is weird in general. But maybe that's why I like it too. It's just strange, but also like great characters and compelling stories, and especially with like Royal, man. But, like, I don't know if I would necessarily put JRPGs on there in the first place, because I feel like they're niche enough that non-JRPG people aren't really going to get into it anyway. Like, as good as Persona or Xenoblade is, let's say, a non-JRPG person would just be like, that's okay. And you'd be like, what? This is the best game ever! Are you serious? And then they play Xenoblade 2 and they're like, oh my god, it got even better! And then I play Xenoblade 3 and I'm like, this is a great game too, but I like 2 better! And I seem to be the only person that thinks that, but that's okay. I don't think that 3 is bad, I think it's fantastic. I just got more out of 2. Not including the DLC. Future Redeemed was A++. But, yeah. See, I'm also thinking of like other series that I'm like really enjoy every single game in pretty much. And like Zelda, I don't think is niche that you would like have to give it a chance. I don't think Metroid at this point is niche enough that you'd have to give it a chance, which is wild to say, considering that like until a few years ago we were begging for games. And now we got like the you know, Metroid 2 remake, Dread, Prime got the Switch remaster, and like we're feasting. And like the Metroid games are like becoming more accessible now, and you know, Prime 4 is in development, so like it's fantastic, it's amazing. So like I don't think that that's like considered niche enough to have to be, especially since like, you know, the Metroidvania genre type of thing, you know, it's a, if you like one Metroidvania, you're probably going to enjoy some of the others, you know, that iterated upon that. Of course, it depends. Do you like it because of the Metroid part or the Castlevania part? But like I enjoy the Castlevania games, the you know, the explory ones, but I wouldn't say that I have to play them. Like I haven't touched a Castlevania game except for like Bloodstained. in a very long time. Despite the fact that, like, I had a lot of fun with them in the past, but, like, I think the Metroid half of things is more for me, but there's also just, like, the games that take that idea and draw upon it. So maybe the next topic of, like, games to give a chance on are indie games in a genre you like. So, like, you know, you got popular stuff like Hollow Knight, you know, which I think is a pinnacle of the Metroidvania genre. Roguelike or roguelite games. I don't know, would Hades be considered a roguelite or a roguelike? Probably a light, because your progress carries over in some way. That Hades was like a masterpiece, but I don't think that it takes much courage to try that game out. Stuff like The Binding of Isaac or Enter the Gungeon also, I think, are not tough sells for people that enjoy, like, bullet hell roguelites. I really hope that once we hit 10,000, it gets easier. My fingers are cramping. What was I saying? Yeah, so, I don't know. I guess another genre I think that requires people to take a bit of a chance. It also depends on the person. I'm talking about myself mainly. Some people, like, just don't deviate from their comfort games, and that's cool too. But, like, one genre I would say that needs to be given more of a chance is chill exploration, which comes in a lot of varieties, but, like, I'm thinking of, like, Journey, Abzu, like, those are less chill exploration and more like not Nirvana, of meditative, atmospheric, ambient, like games like that, Gris, where you just kind of like go through an environment and, you know, the story kind of unfolds, but it doesn't like hit you over the head. And, you know, your job isn't necessarily, I mean, it is to finish the game. There is a task, but, like, your job is, as the player, is to take in the environment. Like, that's the focus of the game, is to take in the environment and eventually complete a task or something. You know, there is a story to them, but, like, that's not why you're gonna play the game. You're gonna play the game because going through the game is a beautiful experience that makes you cry. Let's see. So, yeah. So there's, like, you know, I would call them journey likes, where it's just an atmospheric, you know, profound experience of living in an environment, you know, whether it's Journey's deserts or Abzu's oceans or the sky or whatever. You know, those are always just, like, beautiful, and I want to give them a try, even if I know absolutely nothing about them or the studios that make them. Another genre I would say is, like, it's not nostalgia bait, because that really sounds like a derogatory, you know, term for it, but, like, games that hit a certain note of nostalgia and of just the past. I would put, like, I don't know, the Mother games are old, so I think it's harder to put that there, but they still have, like, a certain feel to them, or at least Earthbound to me does. Mother 3, I guess, as well, but that's because I think it's just older. But, like, Earthbound just has this feel, not of being an old game, because it is, but, like, of its story trying to give you like a simpler time look, you know, like that kind of thing. So, like, nostalgia of history, of like, you know, even though it's the year 1990X, you know, that is like still nostalgic. Like it's not, it doesn't portray itself as a modern game, even though it's not like a swords and sorcery RPG. It doesn't like say like, look at those cool new, like, isn't the wonders of science neat? Like Pokemon presents itself as a modern game because like, you know, the characters in the game are making like innovations and, you know, inventions and, you know, machines and things. And Earthbound is just kind of like, there's an evil organization, you know, that's doing stuff, but like, you have like an inventor, two inventors, and one of them makes a flying saucer, and the other one makes like an eraser, so like, it's not like the future, you know? It feels more like a futuristic look from the 70s to the future, you know? Like one of those like, you know, magazines where they're like, in the future we'll have flying cars, and the future is like 1980. But yeah, so I don't know, Earthbound just has that like old town nostalgia feel to me, even in like the weird areas. There's a game that came out a couple years ago now. I think it's a couple years ago, not last year. Either last year or a couple years ago, I don't know, called Eastward. That's, its vibe is like 1990s anime and like, I don't know, like 1990s anime from like Japanese/Chinese small town / cyberpunk. I don't know, it's hard to say, but like you look at the game, you're like, this game looks like it was made 30 years ago, like from the style. It's like a really nice pixel style. It plays really well, it has a great story, and I don't think people gave it a chance, but I'm gonna let's play it one day and show you all. But it's like, that's the game that I think of when I think of like nostalgia, you know, games that feed on your nostalgia. Another one that's coming out is Sea of Stars, which I don't think is going to be something that people need to give a chance to. I think it has enough hype around it that people are just going to like flock to it. The Kickstarter was very successful, and it was already made by like, you know, the Sabotage Studios that did like The Messenger and things, so it's not like it's a unknown indie studio, but they're like hitting all the nostalgic vibes for the SNES RPG era. So I'm excited for that. But like that's like a you know, a specific hook for some people. Bonk. Just bring them back to the era that they remember best, and please, for the love of God, when I hit 10,000, do something. Well, we're gonna be here a long time. So what was I saying? Yeah, so the eras are, I don't know, like, I guess I grew up with the, like, you know, early Mac computers and the Apple II, PC, you know, old PC games from Apogee, an NES. Like, I didn't actually have a SNES for a while, but it's still like nostalgic for me. So like, that's my nostalgia. I think a lot of people's nostalgia today, a lot of gamers today, are from the N64 GameCube Wii era, because unfortunately those are nostalgic now. And you saw that with like some games like Ukulele, which tried to capture the N64 era, and it was okay. Like the Collectathon type of thing. Hat in Time also. Like, you don't really see those games popping up anymore. That was like I don't want to say it was a fad, it was a trend. And the games that came out of it were good. I loved Hat in Time. I think it's cute and imaginative and adds a good take on the genre. But like the type of nostalgia that we'd be seeing today, I don't know like what it would be. Like what's the Wii era nostalgia? Galaxy? Mario Galaxy? So I feel like games like that are still kind of being made. I know, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. I'm running out of things to say, unfortunately. Give me 1 second. Okay, so looking it up, it doesn't look like it's going to be giving us any larger size roses for this, which is a big bummer. I'm not going to be talking for however many hours this is going to take. So what I think I'm going to do is just keep recording, stop my commentary here, and meet you back up later. Just, take this as it goes. Maybe watch a movie in the background. If I think of anything I want to talk about, I guess I'll do that, but I don't think I will. So yeah, enjoy seeing probably a very long amount of sped up rolling. Of course it gives me this. The end is finally approaching. It's finally here. I have been recording this for a month. A month. If you're watching, I'm uploading 2 versions of this video. And if you, for some god-awful reason, watch through the long one, first of all, what is wrong with you? Second of all, what is wrong with you? This video has become my rock of Sisyphus. The albatross on my shoulder. It has so thoroughly destroyed me. Let me tell you what I've been doing for the past month. I went on this stage, put 2 rubber bands on my controller so that it would have a forward and slightly tilted momentum. And then I put my controller down, turned on the recording software, and recorded it in 1 and 2 hour chunks at a time. Then, when my hard drive filled up, I would take those chunks that I recorded and condense them down to a quarter of their, or speed them up 4 times, so that it would go from, let's say 10 hours to 2.5. Delete the old files, keep the new sped up one, rinse and repeat. I'm just gonna hit retry over here because I don't like the music. For a change, we're gonna go clockwise instead of counterclockwise. And goodness gracious. No, we're not getting the normal music. Thank you very much. We've been at this for a long time. If you want to know the total time, with the videos, the total recording time for the interim of getting 1,000,000 roses was approximately 127 hours. 127 hours. Which is nuts. Actually crazy. If you want to know, the max upload size of a YouTube video is 12 hours. So I couldn't just upload the entire thing. I wanted to. I wanted to make a 127-hour YouTube video. I wasn't going to upload it in multiple parts, so instead you're just going to get everything condensed into as long as I can make it. Most of it is probably going to be around 16 times speed, except for the opening that I recorded at the time, and this, which is being recorded on August 29th. I don't even know when I started this. Was it even in August? Feels like it wasn't. Feels like it has been weeks. Weeks! Oh boy. Okay, I need better music. I need better music! It's being mean to me. Whatever. So, yeah, the general strategy, as you've seen throughout this entire video, or if you're just watching the condensed one, which has my opening and this part, go to this stage specifically. I didn't choose to finish it off on this stage. It gave it to me randomly out of the 3 that you can get. But go to this stage and just put yourself going counterclockwise, and just slightly up like this, more or less, and you'll go kind of slowly, but you'll make relatively good not circles. Every so often you'll bump into someone coming in the opposite direction, and they'll send you off your course, which will help you not just run the exact same circle throughout all of it. So every so often, I would say every hour, maybe every 15 minutes, it depends on how long you actually want to watch it. I would say just keep a watch on it and hit start and then X to retry, because that resets the rose placement, but it does not set what you picked up. If you hit start and then Y to select plaza, it will not save what you got. So if you are taking a break, make sure you just hit Y outside of the pause screen. That's all for today. It saves your progress. And also the autosave kicks in. But yeah, so, questions. Was this worth it? Absolutely not. I don't care what we get out of this, it wasn't worth it. Like, the torture that I put my poor controller through. I'm using my new Pro controller that I got from when Tears of the Kingdom came out, and I'm pretty sure that this thing is going to develop drift really fast because of the torture that the rubber bands put it through. Over 100 hours of being held in a specific position. definitely not safe. So that's kind of sad, but it was my only good controller. I tried doing it with the Joy-Cons, but my Joy-Cons are already in like a permanent state of drift. Every time I get them fixed, it really doesn't do anything. Or replaced or whatever, I don't know. I think it's just my Switch that decalibrates them badly. I'm not entirely sure. Regardless, we're almost there. It goes a lot faster when you're doing this manually, as you can see, but you also actually have to hurt your hands, you know, doing it manually. So, you know, if you don't want to be me, you could just leave this thing going overnight. Like, it'll probably take a lot shorter in terms of your time. It's still gonna take like 120 some odd hours, but you know, I only had this on when I could be recording it because I wanted to show you the whole process. So like I had to keep stopping when I ran out of hard drive space and then taking, you know, a day at a time to render out a video, you know, 3 hours, a 3-hour long video condensed down from a, you know, 10 or 12 hour clip of footage, and deal with, you know, some tech issues here and there. But yeah, I've gone insane. I still love Katamari, don't get me wrong, I'm just never going to do this again. But I committed myself to it. And I'm not even, this isn't even the completion for the game, because I didn't get all the presents. This is just me being crazy, but here, let's just count down. 70, 80, 90, 1 million! What is this playing? I can't believe it. Oh my god. Oh! Everyone's dancing. Is that really a million? A million roses? Amazing. That's amazing. We're rather impressed. Such a pointless exercise. Well, thank you for doing it. We are so pleased. I'm so glad that I didn't know about this in my original Let's Play. Yes, let's go home now. Oh my god. 1 million. I'm so glad it stops you also. Wow. It's 829. 1 million roses. That's new. We never did find out the point, but this is probably an amazing feat. Oh, we know why. We get the point of rolling up 1 million. It was to teach you to never give up and to face a challenge head-on. We said this was for thanking our fans, but they've had lots to teach us, yes. 829, we won't forget this day. Thank you, little Rose.
Blooming amazing 1 million roses. This will break the spell and I can return to my true self. Please take the Katamari as a thank you.
Let's just toss everything up there. Let's toss it all up into the cosmos now. Here we go. Oh wow, exquisite Rose Nebula, not just a Rose Nebula. Oh man. I cannot believe we finally did it. Hey, Rose. That's a cute little loading thingy. Yay! Oh my god, it's huge. Hi. You gathered 1 million roses. Wonderful, impressive. Simply the best, simply satisfied. Oh, you still want to roll? No! We're not doing that again. Okay, cool. There's like roses everywhere now also. That's cool. If we go up into the cosmos, you can actually take a look at the stuff we've made. So there's our Rose Nebula, which is neat. And yeah, there's just everything we've done over here. It's very cool. One last thing I want to show you all is something I actually just discovered right before I started recording here. As you can see, my face is weird. This is a specific present. This present is the mask. And the cool thing about the mask is I don't think this is for any other present, but this is different for every single cousin. Every single character you play as, it's different. For example, if we switch to June, as you can see, there's like a leaf. If we switch to Macho, can't really see ourselves. Macho, his face kind of sticks out. For Slip, we just get like our face is like all crinkled now. For Nick, you get like a little lion mask. For Ace over here, you just have a tuna going through your head. Let's see what else we got here. For Havana, you got like that polka dot going on. For Opio, you're even more covered up by bandages on your face there. For June, June has like a little, it looks like a cuckoo clock or something. Let's see. 1 second. Yeah, just a cuckoo clock face going on over there. For Honey, Honey's face is now a ribbon. Who do we skip over here? For Fujio, we become a Christmas tree. Or, no, not Christmas tree. It's like the bandit bag thing. I don't know how to describe it. You see it in animes. We already got Slip. For Drewby, Drewby has an Oni mask. Still one of the most disturbing characters. Can is the one that I gave the mask originally to. Can gets, their head is like a lighthouse, and when you stop, it just spins around. Lucha gets a luchador mask, surprisingly. Marnie gets a little neckerchief. Odeko gets a creepy, like, tiki mask. If I have to, Kinoko just gets a design kind of like from the original Katamari, like mushroom kind of thing. I love Shy. Shy just gets a cork. 1 second. I'm gonna get a close-up look at this. Shy just gets a cork through their face. I forgot we can dash also. Natsuo gets like this, I don't know, scary thing. Signolo gets 3 faces. Absolutely horrifying. I don't think we got you yet. Shikao. Shikao becomes a television of what you're doing, which is kind of awesome. Fumin. Fumin also gets a chicken. Let's see. Peso, their face just becomes like the side of their head there. Odeon. Odeon turns into like a, actually looks better. Velvet gets a little Prince control module there coming out. Nickel gets like a boxer helmet. Is anybody else here that snuck in? No. Mickey. I don't know what's going on here. It's just a flower pattern. Ichigo I love also. It's just a pie to the face. It's kind of mean. Dip gets a disco ball. Yeah, Twinkle just gets a star face. Oh. Johnson becomes an alligator. I'm glad Johnson just doesn't become a Johnson. Marcy becomes a cute little froggy. Did we miss anybody else over here? I don't think so. Oh, yeah. La 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 gets a blindfold so that they can't see that everyone else sees that they're naked. Daisy becomes a cow and also just goes on all fours. I don't know if they always do that or what, but at the very least they do it now. Kuro becomes a robot. L'Amour gets a heart face. Huey just gets a third one of these things. Jamo becomes a crow, which is adorable, actually. Miso, I love. Miso gets just a crack in the bowl. Beyond also becomes like a toucan. It's actually kind of perfect. And let's see, Macho, yeah, we already did these guys. So yeah, it's just really cute. I don't know if I missed anybody, but yeah, that was actually just really fun. But as for everything else, that's it. We're done. It's over. Good day, sir. We did it. We did it. And now I can finally have my Switch back and play Sea of Stars. So yeah, was this worth it? Absolutely not. However, I can say that I did it. I did it my way. Just want to see if anything happens when I start up my file here. I don't think this is going to be any different. It gets the, like, you know, the loading screen there. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Okay, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But yeah, that's going to do it for Let's Play We Love Katamari. I want to thank you all so much for just, you know, sticking through this series and watching, and, you know, whether you watch the long version for whatever god unknown reason or the short version of this, I appreciate you. And yeah, I just want to thank you all for, you know, being you, doing the things that you do, and taking chances, getting things done, and you know, just hanging in there. Thank you so much. And for the, thank God, final time, yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next Let's Play. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.